Good afternoon. Welcome to a time of desktop devotions here at Mitchell Congregational UCC. Good to see you all today. Glad that you're here. Thanks for checking in, stopping by. We're going to have a time of devotion today that focuses on prayer. And I thought I'd start us off today with a song called Forever Rain. And it goes like this. You are good when there's nothing good in me. You are love on display for all to see. You are light when the darkness closes in. You are hope. You have covered all my sin. You are peace when my fear is crippling. You are true, even in my wandering. You are joy, you're the reason that I sing. You are life, in you death has lost its sting. And oh, I'm running to your arms, The riches of your love will always be enough. Nothing compares to your embrace. Light of the world, forever reign. You are more than my words will ever say. You are Lord, all creation will proclaim. You are here, in your presence I'm made whole. You are God, of all else I'm letting go. And oh, I'm running to your arms, The riches of your love will always be enough. Nothing compares to your embrace. Light of the world, forever reign. My heart will sing, no other name. Jesus, my heart will sing, no other name. Jesus, my heart will sing, no other name. Jesus, my heart will sing, no other name. Jesus. No, I'm running to your arms, The riches of your love will always be enough. Nothing compares to your embrace. Light of the world, forever reign. Light of the world, forever reign. Once again, we're using this devotional book, A Guide to Prayer for All Who Walk with God. And since last Sunday was the fourth Sunday of Easter, we are in that week. And it begins with a word of prayer. How majestic are your works, O Lord, that spring forth from your boundless love. From mysterious stars burning silently in the night sky to a passion for the possible that burns steadily in the human heart. Your creativity inspires and invites our own creative energies. May the songs we sing and the plans we make honor your plans for us, planned long ago, faithful and sure. Found in Isaiah 25, verse 1. Amen. Oh, that's nice. Those are good words for us today to reflect on. Isn't that amazing how we are all created in the image of God, and that God's creative spirit is with us and flows through us all? It's wonderful. And we also read from Isaiah chapter 45, beginning with verse 16 and ending with verse 19. We read, "Those who make idols will all be ashamed. All of them will be disgraced. But Israel is saved by the Lord, and her victory lasts forever. Her people will never be disgraced. The Lord created the heavens. He is the one who is God. He formed and made the earth. He made it firm and lasting. He did not make it a desolate waste, but a place for people to live. It is he who says, 'I am the Lord, and there is no other God.' I have not spoken in secret, nor kept my purpose hidden. I did not require the people of Israel to look for me in a desolate waste. I am the Lord, and I speak the truth. I make known what is right." Again, for those of you who are tuning in with us, maybe for the first time, one of the things that I love about these devotional books from the Upper Room, the Guide to Prayers, there are 4 of them. Just the weekly readings have a lot to say to us as we journey through our week, and this one doesn't have it, but it has a personal retreat day outline, which is awesome. It's always good to maybe plan a retreat day or a personal day if you have the opportunity. So do that. But the other 4 books have, or 3 books have like retreat models in the back that are even good for, say, small groups, either like maybe church staff or youth group gathering, or any small group in your church can benefit from the use of these books. So they're very, very helpful. The reading for reflection today that I thought we would use, not lose, but use, comes from Norman Shawchuk, who's one of the authors used in this book, this compilation. So we begin. Words cannot describe the knowing that God is with us, and neither can that presence ever be confused or misapprehended when once that visitation comes into one's room. Oh, that I might lay hold of it and live each moment in the realization of this ineffable presence and knowing. It is in silence and stillness and waiting that God comes. A vacuum is always needed for God to fill. No vacuum, no visitation. We must create a vacuum by creating time of no thing. and then waiting in stillness. And God is the great vacuum cleaner. He comes into our momentary vacuum of activity and mental work, and from that place he vacuum cleans our hearts, minds, and spirits. He cleans us of the dust, lint, and crust of our lives, so that he may enter more crevices of our soul, and that we may be more holy and happy in living. We can't clean ourselves. Only God can. My Lord, Father, everlasting God, you brought me into life and have sustained me to this very moment. Your breath, even now, in my nostrils, a thread connecting me with you. And when this thread is broken, I shall away to be forever with you. Let us pray. Oh God, it is so good to still our hearts and minds. Fill us with your love, your presence. Guide our hearts and minds. Amen. So as I was thinking about this devotion today and thinking about the words in Isaiah 45:16 through 19, where it talks about idolatry, and then thinking about this reflection piece, it got me to thinking about all the idols that we make for ourselves today that come into play and can sometimes distract us from being in the presence of God. And I'm thinking about all the daily noise that we may encounter, all the busyness we sometimes have, and I guess not speaking for all of us, but maybe the human condition. We have a tendency to allow our schedules to manage us instead of the other way around. And I know that in years past, being a pastor, full-time pastor, maybe I've allowed some self-care to get away from me, and I humbly admit that, and have found that spiritual direction and just a time of even counseling to be of a huge benefit, and just to not take for granted the time of stillness and preparation, even for my own soul, is something that I cherish, and that's what this reading for reflection really does get at. I like this notion of we must create a vacuum within us for God to work. We so often fill our souls with things that cannot sustain us, and it is God's Spirit that can come in and provide that sustenance that is required spiritually and emotionally. We fill our lives with so much, and I fully confess, we all have idols in our lives, and I'm as a huge Minnesota Vikings fan and Chicago Cubs fan. Maybe I'm a little disheartened that maybe we're not going to have Major League Baseball or the NFL this year, but at the same time, I look forward to maybe not having that distraction and seeing what God can do with that time, we need to create that vacuum like this reflection suggests. What are some things that maybe you can cut out of your list of distractions? What are some things that are essential? Maybe you need to hold on to those in your day to day. But are there some things that can be trimmed back? I know we just finished the season of Lent and are now in Easter, the season of Easter. But we still have that calling to stay on that path of discipleship and wholeness with God, that many of us focused on during the season of Lent. And so we do need to take that seriously. And it's the resurrected Spirit of Christ that fills us, that urges us onward. There's another word in here in one of the other reflections. This poem by Jan L. Richardson from the collection In the Sanctuary of Women says, "Let it be that you will ever turn yourself Godward in clarity and in confusion, in distress and in delight. May your mind find its home and its rest in the one whose thoughts are ever stayed on you." So that helps us understand that even though our thoughts are never fully always stayed upon God, that God's thoughts are stayed upon us. Isn't that wonderful to know? We celebrate that today during our time of devotion this afternoon, that God's thoughts are always stayed upon us, that God's love is not only steadfast but everlasting and constantly working, and that's powerful. This next song that I want to play for you is called "Lord, I Need You," and we'll share in this song. It's a good one too. Lord, I come, I confess, bowing here, I find my rest, and without you, I fall apart. You're the one that guides my heart. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Where sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found is where you are. And where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. Where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. So teach my song to rise to you when temptation comes my way. When I cannot stand, I fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. And when I cannot stand, I fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. You're my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Let us join in this prayer. Will you pray with me? Loving source of all creativity, you have formed us to join you in the work of shaping a world that reflects your design for unity and diversity among all your creatures. I gladly give myself to this great charge and ask that you inspire me in holy creativity greater than I could ask or even imagine. Amen. Friends, thanks for stopping by, and we'll have our time of worship this Sunday at 10 a.m. Here. We'll do a Facebook Live, and it'll also be on our YouTube channel. So please, if you're so inclined to join us, we'd be happy to have you stop by and worship with us. Also on our webpage, our website, there are ways, if you'd like to help this church continue in ministry and pay its bills, you are able to use our Givelify online giving app. So just a thought that if you would like to give and help support this ministry, that would be absolutely fine. We wouldn't turn down any gifts. So thank you again for joining this afternoon, and maybe you'll come and join us in person when all this is over, and we again with our regular worship, our physical worship, we begin again with those. We look forward to that day that we open our doors once again, and we haven't made a decision yet as to when that's going to be, but we are monitoring, what is being said with the CDC, our local people in the know as far as medical needs and things of that nature. We are wanting to reopen, but we are also understanding that we need to be patient and wait this all out. So anyway, thanks for coming by and sharing in this time of devotions with me, and God bless.